Welcome everyone, Dr. Mandell here. You, along with millions of people worldwide, have chronic indigestion, gastric reflux, GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. That pain that you get in your stomach, that burns up into the chest, that can affect your voice, coughing, bloating, burning. Those symptoms can drive us crazy. Most of you who've seen my videos know that I'm a big believer in apple cider vinegar, but it must be with the mother. It must be raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. The mother, if you see those little speckles, that brown stuff all on the bottom, that's the fermentation process of that good bacteria and enzymes that do the magic. So this acid from the stomach makes its way up in the esophagus. Behind the chest, it can come up to the throat, and you can get burning sensation. And so most people at this point would say too much acid. Therefore, they go on to a proton pump inhibitor or an H2 blocker to shut off the acid of the body so the body can repair and heal. And that may be necessary in more of the moderate to severe problems. But most people who have acid reflux never really get that far. It's just something that becomes chronic. The most common reason why we get this acid reflux is because of the lower esophageal sphincter. This sphincter is usually closed, creating a contained system to digest your food, but it opens from time to time if you have gas or belching. But most reflux happens when the sphincter becomes very loose. So as you belch up that air, you're also getting gastric acid secretions making its way into the esophagus. And the theory behind this is that what controls that lower esophageal sphincter is the stomach's acidity. So when the stomach is not producing enough acid, those muscles around the LES, or the lower esophageal sphincter, would relax, resulting in more reflux. Now this sphincter is very complex, and it's all interrelated to the central nervous system. There are hormones as well as nerves that affect the function of this sphincter. But when we start putting the correct acidity back into the stomach, that sphincter starts to tighten up. And the reason why these problems seem to go on and on and on for years and years is because we've been blocking off that acid. And therefore, the lower esophageal sphincter is always relaxed. Plus, those medications that you've been taking every day for months and years has been diminishing the body's ability to produce that hydrochloric acid. So think about it. You have less acid in the stomach. That means that proteins are not being fully digested. Therefore, that's what's giving you that bloating and that gas. Also, that lack of acid is going to affect calcium. That can cause osteoporosis within your bones. Now, many people will contest that taking apple cider vinegar first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, preferably 1 tablespoon to a full glass of water, has done wonders for their heartburn and acid reflux. But if your burning or your reflux is serious, I always recommend to follow up with your doctor to get a proper diagnosis. Although you might have noticed that taking apple cider vinegar is irritating your acid reflux. You may be taking too much. You should possibly dilute it more or diminish the dosage. So instead of taking a tablespoon, take a teaspoon. And do that over a period of time and see if that makes a big change. Coffee, chocolate, tomatoes, spicy foods, too large of a meal, lying down too soon after your meal. Give yourself at least 3 hours. Going on a little bit of an incline will make a big difference, keeping your chest above your stomach, losing weight, exercising. So be very aware of your diet, how you're eating, and your everyday activities that you're doing day to day. So let's summarize this. The majority of people who develop heartburn, acid reflux, GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, are people usually over the age of 25 or 30 years old. What happens is when we get older, the cells within our stomach produce less hydrochloric acid. And it's kind of coincidental that why are all these people developing these symptoms for no reason? And that's because they're lacking hydrochloric acid. So, by increasing acid will help the lower esophageal sphincter, that muscle, to stay tighter, to prevent that reflux from occurring from our stomach into our esophagus. It's very easy for your physician to recommend something to block your acid. And you may temporarily feel better, but is it doing the right thing for your body? And the answer is no, because that acid is so important for a multitude of functions to help prevent that reflux from getting up into the esophagus, to help kill bacteria, as well as to help break down nutrients so they can assimilate throughout your body to keep you healthy and strong. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please pass this on to your friends and family. Leave your comments below, and most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandell.